In this experiment, we are simulating the climate of the future. We are subjecting forest plots to temperatures that we won't see for another 30 or 40 or 50 years to understand what those oncoming temperatures will do. And by doing this experiment, comparing plants under today's temperatures versus tomorrow's temperatures, the experiment, we call it Be Forewarned. This kind of work is really at the center of what we hope to do with the Institute for Global Change Biology. We've been continuing these experiments, in some sense, as a partnership between the University of Minnesota and the University of Michigan. We've been running this experiment for 14 years now at 2 locations in northern Minnesota. And what we've seen in this experiment so far is that the dominant species in these vast boreal forests are very sensitive to even mild warming, and that even mild climate change is going to have a major impact on these forests and maybe even shift them into a tipping point where we lose the current dominant species. So we're trying to keep these plots as natural as possible and yet manipulate the temperatures and rainfall so we can compare today's climate with that of the future. And the unique thing about these experiments is that they're out in the forest and we're warming them just slightly compared to some greenhouse or growth chamber experiments. And we're also heating the soil as well as the above ground plants, which is unique. There's almost no experiments in the world like that. Experiments like these are needed to complement the other ways in which we try to understand what's happening to our forest ecosystems due to climate change. So many things are changing simultaneously. Obviously, temperatures are warming, rainfall patterns are changing. We have more fires, we have more insects, both of which might be related to climate change. I think the take-home message from this study is that although nature is resilient, it can reach tipping points. We can't wait around until climate change has exerted its most dramatic effects on nature and in human society before we stop climate change, because it'll be too late by then. And so we need to take this to heart and change everything about the way we run our energy systems, about the way in which we design our infrastructure and our transportation systems, et cetera, to not just slow down climate change, but stop it, within the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years.